Hello everyone, today is the 6th day of my 30-day running challenge. It's a nice day, even if it's a bit windy, about 10 degrees on a Saturday morning. We'll talk about success, failure, and positive attitude. Before last week, so 2 weeks ago, it was financially the worst week of my career. Even though I can say the losses were maybe 4 or 5 times higher than ever, that did not stop me for being positive, and that's probably the good attitude to have when you have problems. You should always keep positive, because then you are able to take good decisions to reduce the losses, or the best is to make sure that in the future you'll make up for them, or at least progress in the good direction. So many people have a very bad attachment to failure and financial loss and so on, and it's usually because they are not fully in the present, and they're not able to detach from the problem itself and focus on the short-term and long-term solution. That's why many people that have debt, they actually usually increase the debts, or they find it hard to get out of debt, because they are in a mindset that is attached to their loss. When you have a problem, when you have a loss, you should always focus objectively on the, even though it's not easy, of course, on that problem, and then find the best solutions. And if you can't find them on your own, either in books or from your own experience, ask maybe some experts that are maybe in your surroundings or in the large surroundings, maybe friends of friends, and that might help. So actually the line between success and failure, in my opinion, it's actually attitude. You might lose once a lot, but if you focus on solution, you are happy, and you are if you truly are present and not in a state where you are actually dominated by the harmful emotions of the loss, then you are truly successful at any moment. And failure, it's a word that should not exist in one's vocabulary, because it's actually said that if one has a positive language, it actually helps him or her overcome problems much easier, and avoiding obviously depression and being happy as a person. So I actually had some clients that were very negative as people, and one actually tried to commit suicide. His dad managed to do it, and so it's actually he was actually conditioned to be very negative and have a negative attitude in life, and think that he was predestined to be unhappy and depressed. Just by helping him change the way he was phrasing each sentence, and instead of actually he created a group called the depressed people in Paris. I actually suggested to him, please change the name, make it more like the people who are looking for happiness in Paris. He said that's a good idea. He changed that. I helped him rephrase many of his way of expressing himself and so on. By miracle, in 2 weeks' time, I saw him smile for the first time in his life, and he told me things were going much better for him. So the way we see things and the way we interpret what happens to us makes all the difference. And the difference between successful people and unsuccessful person, it's actually their outlook on life and their mindset, because in the end, life is not about having the most money or being the fastest or so on and so forth. It's about finding balance, being happy at whatever moment in life you are living. If it's good or less good, you have no excuse not to be happy. And even if we are all humans and we get influenced by people around us, by situations that happen to us, we should always detach and follow our happiness and just go forward with a positive mental attitude. And sooner or later, there will always be good things. So if I would have to just give two ideas, one it would be to reframe your situation and find the positive and in the present and possibly in the future. And secondly, be grateful for what you have, because each one has at least few things to be grateful for. One of them is living. So even the person who has the least amount of things or has too many problems has at least 2 or 3 things for him or she to be grateful for. So that's about it for today. See you tomorrow, and never forget, dream it, then do it.